Los peces te seguirán a casa.
No sería la primera vez que alguien me siguiera a casa.
No hace falta que lo jures. ¿Vamos?
Sí, vamos.
La única manera de librarse de la tentación es ceder a ella. Oscar Wilde, 1890.
Oscar Wilde no tenía que preocuparse porque Cruz Castillo le tratara despóticamente para que cediera.
Ah, así que esa era la tentación. No lo sabía.
Fue solo una debilidad momentánea y ya pasó.
Ya puedes volver a ser una neurótica chica normal.
¿Habéis oído las noticias?
¿Qué
¿Cuáles?
noticias?
Ha habido otro robo en el hotel.
¿Qué?
¿Más joyas?
Sí.
Parece que son de la flor y nata del crimen, ¿no? Solo se llevan los objetos más valiosos. Bueno, después de todo, vas a tener que llamar a Cruz. Él es el investigador oficial, ¿verdad?
Sí. Y debe empezar inmediatamente.
El robo lo puede todo.
Castillo.
Capwell.
Well, it's nice to hear your voice. I was just thinking about you.
What a coincidence. I was just thinking about you, too. There's been another robbery at the hotel, and, have you heard?
No, I haven't heard.
Well, I think you better meet me down there right away.
Eden, this is my day off. Why don't you call the precinct, and I'm sure they can assign somebody else, and I'll catch up with you later. Thanks, bye.
Who does he think he is? I'm not going to let him get away with this.
She's not going to let me get away with this. She'll be knocking on my door in 15 minutes. Should have been a child psychologist.
Tell me just a little bit more about this woman who's supposed to be the baby's mother. Oh, there's no doubt about the mother. Really, young lady, he's going to be king, so the bloodline has to be perfect. Bloodline. Listen, this boy's blood...
Oh, no, now, take it easy, honey. Oh, she gets so excited when we talk about babies.
Who did you say you were?
Excuse us. Thank you. Have a lovely time.
I'm gonna get you out of here. You calm down. You're gonna blow the whole thing for us. Come on, let's go.
Excuse us just for a second.
Soon now, very soon, I'll be gone. And you'll have to take this whole kingdom on those tiny shoulders of yours to save it.
Yes, all right. We'll, be expecting you.
It had something to do with me, didn't it?
That had everything to do with you. That was our friend Steve Bassett, the new assistant DA, who's now leading the life that late I led. He wants to come over and have a word with me, as he put it. Obviously, it has something to do with your indictment.
Well, what does he want to talk about?
Didn't get into specifics, Ted, but if I were you, Sophia, I'd make myself scarce. I can field any questions he has. There's no need for you to be involved.
Mason, of course not. I'm the one that's facing a murder charge.
Now, Sophia, if you'll take my advice, you'll stay out of this altogether, because he's coming over here to do a little saber rattling.
It doesn't matter.
Now, from what I've heard, our friend Mr. Bassett is really more like a bloodhound. In a short time, he's developed a reputation for being cold and ruthless and out for conviction at any cost.
He may be single-minded, but are you suggesting that he's also unfair?
From what my informants tell me, he has a very large, very partial chip on his shoulder, especially against the wealthy.
Any idea why?
Oh, I don't know. Perhaps it's because he came up through the ranks of the poor and downtrodden. Don't ask me why people are so prejudiced against the rich. Why could anybody hate us? We're all so lovable.
¿A dónde vas?
Tengo que ocuparme del asunto del hotel. No me necesitas, ¿verdad, mamá? No, cariño, no, gracias.
Espero que consigas algún resultado.
Sí, yo también. Adiós, Mason.
Adiós, Iggy.
Hi. Hi.
Hey,
Good evening.
Hi.
you been out moonlighting or something? Where you been?
No, I just had to see somebody. I should go check on Brandon. Excuse me.
Ted, is it true that she's Steve Bassett's sister?
No, I think she's his stepsister.
I didn't know that.
I don't like having her in the house. She could be spying for him.
Oh, come on, Mason.
Believe me, Ted, he's not above using her that way. If I were you, I'd get her out of the house, and I'd do it right away. As long as she's here, there could be trouble.
Augusta, why can't you say it?
I don't know why you insist so.
I want to hear it. Why can't you say, I love you? It's just 3 little words.
It's simple for you to say, Lionel. The first thing you say to a woman when you meet her is, I love you. The second thing you say is, how do you do? It's not that easy for me.
You used to say it to me all the time.
Things have changed between us. You know that.
I don't think the bare essentials have changed. After all these years, you can't say, I love you, especially when you know it's important to me.
Oh, look. Just let it go. I don't want to talk about it tonight.
Do. We were so close to a perfect reunion. What happened? Was it that little stunt that I pulled with Frank the milkman?
Don't be ridiculous. That was sophomoric, not catastrophic.
Well, then what? I mean, why can't we get back to the way we were?
What way is that, Lionel? We've been so many ways. Compatible, incompatible, faithful, unfaithful. We're like Swiss figures on a clock. One goes in, the other one goes out, and usually it's you, and God knows where.
Augusta, I don't understand. I came home, you were happy to see me. We had a wonderful dinner. I asked you whether you loved me, and all of a sudden it's all out war.
You asked too much.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I rushed you. But I think you're angry about more. Is it Sophia? Is that still...
Oh, very good, Sherlock. Yes, you bet it's Sophia.
Why?
Because when you take me in your arms, I feel like I'm a stand-in.
Oh.
That I'm just not the woman you want, just something that you could get.
That is not true.
Oh, don't tell me things aren't true when they are. It hurts me.
I thought that you understood that it was all over with Sophia. It has been for years. It's over and dead. I thought you'd forgiven me.
Some things can't be forgiven, Lionel.
Have you tried?
I tried. And I can't get it out of my mind. I don't know. Maybe it'll just be there for the rest of our lives, like something awful that's in hibernation.
I had no idea you're so unforgiving.
Am I?
Yeah.
First you love me, then you love Sophia, then you love me, and now what is it, Sophia, again? What are you trying to be, the Bluebeard of happiness?
That's not funny, and it's absolutely untrue.
Why don't you bring me a lie detector printout and we can talk about it again, but make sure they do it on a Richter scale so they can evaluate it fairly.
Excuse me. What's going on?
No place to talk about it right now.
All right, then we'll meet in my compartment. We'll be able to get some privacy there.
Okay.
All right, remember that couple over there.
Andy, all right, just take it easy. They're not getting off the train before we do. Let's just go and talk.
Beverly, Mrs. Pattisol.
Yes.
I'm sorry to keep dragging you around, but there's some other people I want you to meet.
Oh, we were just going.
Going? No. You can't go now. The fun is at its height. The party's just beginning. Dick, you don't mind if I borrow your lovely lady just for a few minutes, do you?
Well, actually, Jack,
I will not take her very far. Let's go, my dear.
Okay, what do we do now?
We keep our fingers crossed.
Are you sure this guy here isn't the real Jack Lee?
I don't know any longer either. Either it's the miracle of plastic surgery or I'm going insane. All I know is when I see that man, I think I'm losing my mind.
Ponte firme. El primer ministro de New Styland está a punto de llegar.
Dile que le recibiré más tarde, cuando me vista para la ocasión.
Did you bring me my medals? I'd like to look a little spiffy for them.
Well, you look very different than when you were an emissary to our country from 3 United States presidents.
Yes, well, a little torture, a little imprisonment has a way of changing a guy.
Ah, that's right. I'm afraid we've been very inhospitable.
No, perfectly all right. How's my cousin, one you put in my place? How's he doing?
Very creditably, actually. Of course, there is nothing quite like the authentic article, but good copies have their value, too. It's a shame that your absolute incorruptibility has made all of this necessary. You had a fortune in your grasp. All you had to do was close your fingers on it.
That choice to make again be the same thing?
Yes, I know. There's something relentless about honesty, huh?
Look, I don't care how clever you think this plan of yours is. I can promise you one thing. You're not going to get away with it.
Oh, I'm afraid you're wrong. 3 days from now, we'll have gotten away with it completely and successfully.
Really? What's going to happen in 3 days?
Well, suppose there's no reason why you shouldn't know now. 3 days from now, there will be a coronation. A child will be crowned king of New Styland. And we will have our successor to the throne at last.
How'd you manage that?
Oh, I don't wish to bore you with mechanical details. Let's just say that we succeeded and that you were a great help in executing our plan. Unfortunately, now it looks as if we may have to execute you as well.
No, I don't think you're going to do that. Be too risky. Be too many questions.
Ah, you keep forgetting. We have your identical double. Yes, your doppelganger. No. You won't be mourned. You won't even be missed.
I know so little about you, Beverly. Where do you come from? How do you happen to be one of our investors?
My husband.
Oh, I see. You're just an innocent bystander. Is that right?
Jack, you and I haven't had any time to spend together. I think we should get Mrs. Pattisol back to Mr. Pattisol, and you and I can look at the observation card.
Yeah, I think we ought to get some sleep now, honey. You said that jet lag was killing you?
You two keep talking about leaving. I'm telling you, the party is just starting.
Well, all I know is that I'm going to bed if this party doesn't line up. Now, come on, Jack. 1 more minute, and you'd known I was a fake.
I know, honey. Just take it easy. This way.
Oh, but I don't think so.
Well, fancy seeing you here. Is this your day off, too?
You know, you have a lot of nerve.
Thank you. I do consider myself a reasonably brave man.
Don't be cute with me. You should not do this to me when I need you. Not passing me along, brushing me off to some underpaid assistant. We have another robbery at the hotel. It's your case.
Hey, lady, I'm off duty.
Hey, something. You're a cab driver. You know that? You should not be doing this to me, especially when I need you.
Oh, well, forgive me. Now, see, if I'd ever dreamed that you needed me, I would have stayed right there at the old station house 24 hours a day until you called.
The point is, Cruz, you should be willing to interrupt your day off to handle a case you've been assigned to.
Let's get something straight. I'm not required to do any kind of work around the clock. Now, I'm being paid to do a certain amount of work with a little overtime thrown in now and then, even. I have a private life, believe it or not, and every right in the world to live it, which I intend to start doing. So let's drop it.
These are my earrings. I wondered where they went to.
Yeah, I found them when I was cleaning up. That's also your nightie or whatever, and that ribbon somebody used to put in your hair, in case you're wondering.
I recognize my belongings, thank you.
Fine, that's cool. I just thought maybe you might have forgotten.
I remember when we went swimming and you told me I shouldn't wear these because the fish would think I was late.
Yeah, well, you know, I just figured that you could swim better without your earrings on. It's like I figured you could live better without a chip on your shoulder.
Well, I'll just take these now.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea. It's kind of difficult sometimes to have these reminders of you around the place.
Yeah, well, I guess I'm a reminder too, aren't I? I should get going. Don't worry about me at the hotel. It'll be fun. Have a nice day off, Inspector.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, we met, I thought I had it all.
Well, I have to find a way through to you. If it takes to your dying day, I'm gonna go.
Not your dying day. I notice, of course, it would have to be mine.
Oh, absolutely not. I'm not gonna die there. I'm going out in a burst of spontaneous combustion ignited by your stubbornness.
Why is this so important? What is this? Good old Lockridge tenacity.
No, it's the road to the truth. The road to the way I want it to be. Look, when you believe me when I tell you that anything I felt about Sophia is gone, it is dead. She doesn't occupy one fraction of my brain. She is simply a very attractive woman of a certain age. I can't even identify with the frenzy of whatever that was.
'Tis not love's going hurts my days, but that it went in little ways.
Dorothy Parker.
Edna St. Vincent Millay.
$50 says it was Dorothy Parker.
100 that it's Millay.
I don't care who it was. The only thing I care about is you. You're the mother of my children. You are the center of my universe. Now, why can't you believe that and trust it?
Oh, I can absolutely believe that until you want someone else. Then your little universe just picks up and moves. And each move gets shorter and shorter. Her today, gone tomorrow. Well, there won't be any more of that, and neither will there be any of this either. You can just take Bigfoot with you when you leave.
I like it right where it is.
I'm warning you, Lionel, I'm going to give it away to the needy if you don't take it. There must be some poor derelict somewhere that wants an imitation bear in front of his fireplace. I mean, you wouldn't let me have a real one. I think you love bears more than you did me.
Grief, will you listen to yourself? Listen to how idiotic you sound.
I'm going to tell you something. I hate Sophia. Do you understand me? With every ounce of strength in me, I hate her with every fiber of my body.
What a waste of energy.
Oh, no, it's not a waste. You see, I kind of like hating her. And I don't think it's going to change until she's permanently put away and you start playing knight errant. So, if you want to hope for something, hope for that. I'm going to leave this over here. You can take him with you when you leave.
Look, you're not going to get rid of me that easily. We're going to have it out right here and right now because it is important to both of us.
Well, you're right on time, Bassett.
I appreciate you seeing me. Mrs. Capel?
Mr. Bassett, I believe you know my son, Ted.
Ted?
Hello?
I was hoping I could have a word with you in private.
Mr. Bassett, I really don't think that's fair. What you're going to talk about has to do with me, my life, my future. Ted is my son. Mason is my lawyer. I think we all are entitled to know what you're going to say.
Very well. It's up to you.
Why don't we all go sit down?
You may not want to sit with me after you hear what I came to say.
Well, fine. If that's the case, we'll just throw you out of the house.
I think you're entitled to know the approach I plan to take in this case. To begin with, I intend to subpoena every member of the Capel family. And everyone else who was here during Cruz Castillo's little party that evening, the party where he reenacted the murder of Channing Capel, Jr. I also plan to subpoena the Lockridges and even you, Mason.
Well, you can subpoena me all you want, but you're not going to get me to say a thing against my mother.
Easy, Ted.
Yes, Ted, very easy. If you're called on to testify and you refuse, the consequences could be very serious. If you testify and don't tell the truth, it could be even worse. I hope both you and your attorney will advise him to cooperate.
Of course we will.
I expect you all to cooperate, as a matter of fact. If not, I'll see to it that you made accessories to the crime.
No need for that kind of threat, Bassett.
It isn't a threat, it's a promise. And I'd advise you to advise your clients to give it careful consideration before they even think about trying to lie to me or evade questioning.
What's that?
Even to wish you a happy birthday.
You remember?
How can I forget?
Everyone else in this house forgot.
Desde que tu padre se marchó es lo único que pienso.
Yo sí he pensado en ti.
Gracias.
Siento que mi padre se fuera. Ya no volverá a pegar a tu madre o a ti. Ahora te cuidaré yo. Te estás haciendo mayor, aunque necesitas que te cuide.
Sí, claro. Gracias. Eres muy bueno conmigo. Te quiero como si fueras mi verdadero hermano.
Y yo te quiero como si fuera mucho más que eso.
Steve? Steve?
Always loved you. Come here, lad. Friends, don't turn me away. I'm not going to hurt you.
Solo deseo hacerte feliz.
Steve, no, Steve.
Christine. Perdón.
Hey, what's the matter? Come here.
Oh, nothing. I'm okay.
Come here.
Oh, Christy.
¿A qué vienen esas lágrimas?
Una inesperada reunión de hermano y hermana. ¿Es eso lo que te ha hecho llorar, Christy? A mí también me haría llorar si fuera mi hermano.
How can my baby be related to royalty? Do you really think they were talking about the King of New Salem?
Yes. Yeah, I heard them too. The coronation, the whole bit.
Oh, I don't know what to tell you.
Well, there's nothing we can do until we get there and just find out for ourselves.
This is crazy. Listen, I think I know a way for you to get some answers right here on this train.
Where?
Ivan, remember him, the Incredible Hulk who was guarding you from the bar cart? Well, I understand that he's guarding one of the rooms on this train, and inside are apparently some important documents. How can we get in?
Oh, no, wait a
I'm going to do anything that's necessary to find out what that couple was talking about. I'm really worried about the baby.
I know, baby. All right. What do you think, Julia?
I think you ought to let me find out some more first. Can you? Well, I can just take advantage of the fact that they think I'm Jack's girlfriend. I'll just cling to him and be sweet.
I really owe you one. I'm very grateful to you for pretending to like this man just to help us.
Amy, I'm going to help you find your baby. I am also going to find out who that man is. I better get going before he misses me. Listen, I'll tell you whatever I find out.
Okay, be careful,
I
Julia.
will.
That's great. Well, Don't you feel it? We're getting closer.
Yeah. We're getting closer, and I'm getting more and more frightened.
Come here. Say, kiss me, you fool.
Oh. Mm.
Does anybody here happen to know that couple named the Patasols? I don't think so. Nobody else knows them either. Thank you very much. All right. I want you two guys to keep an eye on this couple that call themselves Patasols. She's wearing a purple dress with kind of a scarf underneath, and he's got bells on, dressed as a court jester.
Yeah, I remember. What are we supposed to do with this?
Just make sure they stay on the train. You let me know as soon as you find them.
Well, who are they? What is it? What's it all about?
That's what I intend to find out. All I know is they aren't who they claim to be.
I hope you've been candid with your client and told her how good our case against her really is. I wouldn't want you to have any delusions about what you're walking into, Mrs. Capel. Murder one's going to be easy to prove.
If you've come here for the sole purpose of intimidating Mrs. Capwell...
Nothing of the kind. In a way, I'm here to hold out a helping hand to all of you, but especially Mrs. Capel.
Well, I'm here to make sure that she doesn't accept any gifts from any strange Greeks.
What kind of helping hand are you talking about?
Well, let me preface it by saying that I'm making this offer out of the goodness of my heart. The district attorney himself is dead set against the idea.
Yeah, the district attorney is dead set against most ideas that he didn't come up with himself, but go ahead.
He's out for blood. I have a more practical turn of mind. Oh, I think we can get the conviction. But I also think justice can be served, and the state saved a great deal of money if we take another approach. We had a 2-hour marathon meeting on this case, and I was finally able to get him to agree to offer Mrs. Capel a chance at plea bargaining.
Well, got our attention now. Do go on.
You're talking about making a deal.
That's right. Your mother will plead guilty to second-degree murder. There'll be no trial.
Are you saying to me that if I confess to a murder, then we wouldn't have to go through all of this?
That's right. Your family's skeletons, your own somewhat shadowy past history will stay buried. In short, none of the intimate tragedies of the past several years will have to be dragged out in public. The Capels can keep their secrets without having to go through that particular hell of publicity.
Why should she plead guilty to anything, huh? I mean, she's not guilty. Mason, you can get her off, right? Why don't you just tell him to take a flying jump?
Children aren't the only offenders. There's certain young adults that should be seen and not heard, too. Well?
Well, now, come on. You're not seriously considering this thing here, Mom. Huh? Look, I think you just better get out of here, Mr. Bassett, please.
You have nothing to say?
No, I agree with Ted. I think you should leave now.
Sure. Talk it over in private, but let me give you a piece of professional advice, Mrs. Capel. If you decide to plead innocent, you're going to be subjecting yourself and your family to a long and very ugly trial. I think it'd be a very selfish and destructive choice, and in the long run, futile.
I'll see you to the door.
You want to know how I feel about this thing personally? I'd like to see you fight it. Fight it all the way. The case is mine, and it'd be a windfall for me. National exposure and intense media coverage every day for as long as the trial lasts, and it'd last a good long while, I'm sure. You've seen it a crusader, undaunted by the Capel name, not intimidated by their power or seduced by their charisma, pressing forward against all odds in the name of justice. You might destroy your family, but you'd make my career. I could find my own way out. Let me know what you decide.
Yeah, well, I'll let you know right now, man. We're gonna fight you, and we're gonna win. My mother is innocent. Now, we're gonna get her off. You just wait and see, man. Now, get out of here.
Hello.
Hello, Ms. Lockridge. It's Ted. Can I speak to Megan, please?
I'm sorry, she's out.
Oh, all right. Well, could you just tell her that Ted called?
Yes, I will.
Actually,
Ms. Lockridge, could you have her give me a call?
Just a minute, Ted. I think there's something you ought to know. About that little friend of yours, Christy DeVal. She's nothing more than a common thief.
You mean Christy's a thief?
She took a locket belonging to Lionel's mother, and she also took some candlesticks of ours.
Augusta, wait a minute. That's kind of hard to believe, Mrs. Lockridge.
Well, you can believe it or not, but it's true. And she brought them back, but she did take them in the first place. I just thought you should know the kind.
A ver, ¿qué clase de jovencita tienes viviendo bajo tu techo? Si yo fuera tú, no la dejaría tocar nada que no estuviera clavado.
Mire, dígale a Laken que la ha llamado, ¿de acuerdo?
Por supuesto.
That was Miss Lockridge, huh?
Yeah,
I didn't steal those things. I just borrowed them.
I know, she told me. Christy, I'm glad you're staying here and not with them. All right, so just forget about it. I mean, I certainly can.
I just don't know why she even told you.
Well, the world's full of people like that. Come on, what difference does it make?
I am so glad I know him. He likes me. I know he does, I can tell.
¿Qué estás haciendo? Christy, ¿quién te mandó a hacer este trabajo?
Estoy intentando ganarme la vida y probar a todo el mundo que soy honrada. No he robado nada.
Christine, ellos no importan. Lo único que has robado y que tienes es mi corazón. Formas parte de mí. El castigo por eso será estar junto a mí de ahora en adelante.
Nobody is gonna hurt you. Not while I'm around. Now, we're going to the best place in town for dinner. And after that, Christy, you
y yo. No, 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 no. No tengas miedo.
I know you love me, Christy. As much as I love you. There's nothing more to say. There's one thing I gotta do.
I have never felt like this about anybody before in my life. Oh, maybe he's right. Maybe I do love him.
I think the Capwell household is entitled to a little warning.
Well, she also brought everything back.
Oh, the fact that she lost her nerve is no defense. In the old days, people used to have their hands cut off for stealing.
Oh, come on, Augusta. That's malicious. I had no idea that you felt... Who's that?
I'll get it.
Good evening.
Hello, Mr. Bassett. Come in.
Hope I'm not intruding.
Of course not.
What can we do for you?
I just wanted to let you know that I'm going to be issuing you both subpoenas to testify at Sophia Capel's trial, so I'll have to ask you not to make any plans to leave town for a while.
Oh, well, I'm delighted. I'd be happy to testify the woman's a cold-blooded murderer.
Oh, that's ridiculous. She's not guilty of anything. It was an accident.
Is that going to be your testimony?
That's right. I'm going to be a very hostile witness, Mr. Bassett.
We're aware that you and Sophia were lovers.
Until love turned to hate and Sophia wanted to kill him.
I also understand she tried to frame you for her son's murder, Mr. Lockridge. And that's going to be part of our case against her.
Really?
Good. If I can be of any help, don't hesitate to call.
My wife and I obviously don't see eye to eye on this, Mr. Bassett. If you don't have any further questions, why don't you just get out of here?
I'll see you both in court.
Right.
Thank you for your courtesy.
Certainly. You are still protecting her. You sit there and tell me that you put her out of your heart and mind, and then you fight like a tiger to keep her prosecuted.
Just because I'm interested in somebody being treated fairly does not mean that that's someone I happen to be in love with.
That is not someone. That is Sophia. And it is not your Solomon-esque sense of fairness that is outraged. It is your Rabelaisian sense of sensuality.
Oh, my God, you talk like a neon sign.
Oh, well, I'm speaking the truth, am I? Is it too colorful for you?
No, it's too idiotic. I would think it'd be for you, too.
She is still very important to you, more important than I am.
What is important to me, Augusta, is the truth. And a person's life. Sophia's life is at stake here.
So was yours when she tried to frame you for Channing's murder.
Oh, come on. She was under some kind of delusion that I had killed her son. It was part of her illness.
Oh, well, now Sophia's part of yours, some kind of incurable illness. Terminal romantic attachment.
Okay. Just hang on to it. Hang on to that. Hang on to the paranoia, the jealousy, the imagined sense of betrayal. Hang on to it all. Hang yourself with it.
Where do you think you're going?
I'm going to the madhouse where I can find somebody to listen to reason.
Oh, no, you're not going to get out of it that easily.
Really? Why not? Why do you want me to stay? Huh? Is it because you really believe that you're all that matters to me? I don't think so. I don't think that you even heard me. I think that you would rather do battle than reconcile. Yes, you would. You'd rather heap verbal abuse on me. If I were the most conclusively faithful husband in the world, you wouldn't believe it. You'd rather create a scene, wouldn't you? You'd rather write it, you'd rather direct it, and you would rather star in it.
No! I just want to come first. In your life and in your heart. I can't be in love with a man who doesn't want me completely.
I do,
Don't interrupt me. You can't tell me that. You just have to convince me of it. Then we can do some business.
And how am I supposed to manage that? You haven't met me on equal ground. You just barely given me a straw to clutch at.
I'm throwing you a lifeline. And if you love me, you'll grab for it.
Okay, so you'll check out all the hotel employees who were on duty at the time of this latest robbery and see how many of them were working during the other robberies, and then check them out and see what you come up with.
Okay, we'll get on right away, Cruz.
Great. And listen, Johnny, if you do find anything, call me. Whatever time it is, I don't care. Just let me know immediately, and then we'll run the same thing on the hotel guests.
Okay, you got it.
Okay.
Someone to serve?
I don't know. I was looking for Jack. You haven't seen him around, have you?
You're Jack Lee's girlfriend, aren't you?
I'd like to think that I'm my own girl.
Hey, I'd like to think you are, too.
Oh, not so fast, my friend.
Hey, I gotta move fast. I'm gonna poach on Jack's property.
You're telling me you're afraid of him?
Let's just say I wouldn't want to mix it up with him. I mean, a man who pulled off that coup in New Stateland?
Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing how he pulled that off, isn't it?
Yeah, tell me the truth now. You know more about this than any of us, right? Is he really gonna make a few $1 million on this deal? I mean, just for setting up some baby to become king?
That's what they tell me.
Yeah. How many million now? Now, come on, I'm just dying to know this. Because I've been trying to follow him the whole time since I heard he was on.
Well, Julia, there you are at last. Been looking all over for you.
Hello, Jack.
Yeah, Jack, listen, we're just past the time of night here. You got a fine girl. Here.
Yes, I do have her, don't I? She and I are going to have a little talk together. She may know more than is good for me. You'll excuse us, won't you?
It takes a couple of seconds. Julia said to wait for her.
Yes, there's a better chance of us finding out something if the three of us are working on it. Besides, I'm not going to stay in that broom closet, they call it, compartment, and wait. I've got to do something.
You are doing something. You're getting us both in danger. Now, what about if Jack wants to come over and talk to you?
Well, I'm working on my disguised voice.
Okay, I know it.
Think fast.
How Oh, well, I guess we better retire for the night. Yeah, honey?
Sorry. No one leaves the party. Orders.
Nonsense.
Orders.
Oh.
Well.
Hi.
President of her dad's company wouldn't be interested in a lowly cop anymore. But you know, what I can't figure is I don't really think you're interested in these robberies all that much either. I mean, the insurance companies are going to take care of all the financial problems involved, right? So what are you doing here? Really?
You're kidding yourself when you think I'm using it as an excuse to see you. You're just kidding yourself. Why don't you button your shirt?
As long as you want, Eden, but deep down inside you know the truth. Sooner or later you're gonna come to your senses and then you're gonna come to me.
Yeah, it'll be a hot day in the Arctic when I do.
Yeah, is that right? Why don't you kiss me?
Está bien, puedo esperar todo lo que haga falta. ¿Cuánto podrás tú?